Women know when you have reached your maximum earning potential and when you're starting on the decline. This happens a lot with men in entertainment. As your paper, like you go up high, then you start to go down. That's when the hustler female wants to cash out and go on about her business. We see it happen all the time to so many celebrity men who thought
they had a good one.
Yeah.
Boy, when you hold your in the air and she find out being just a motherfucking old hustler, boy, that got to be devastating.
And she supported him for many, many years. So she has a lot invested in him. She helped build him up, helped him with his auditions. Is marriage a contract? Is it a trade contract, or is it an investment?
If you are going through a divorce or you're about to, whatever, if you haven't finished the process, the one thing that I do want to mention today is get the alimony. Listen, get the alimony. We owned a company together. We built the company together. I became a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids under 4. I thought he was going to be civil and pay me my business buyout. Well, we are about 2 years into this divorce and he still hasn't paid any of the business buyout. If it was alimony, the government would come after him for that. But because it's personal, I have to come after him.
We don't know exactly what happened in her situation, as there's 3 sides to the story: hers, him, and the courts. But what I do know is that she is promoting and pushing the message onto other women to not only go after their ex-husband's assets and all the things that he's worked hard for, but also to give him the extra tax of alimony. She might as well tell all the ladies to throw in the child support in there too, to run the man's pockets.
He invested in her as well because they were broke when they got together, but he started doing well. And when he started doing well, their lifestyle rose. Does he get to capitalize on that investment like she gets to capitalize on her investment? Where is his return?
A lot of people don't understand the value of their wives until the judge decides the alimony amount. Have a good day.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
Just like the saying goes, your money is her money and her money is her money. I think the same thing can be said when your success is her success and her success is her success. So whatever you do, she's going to lay claim to what you have and what you have accomplished and what you've done. So anything that she's done will always greatly outweigh the things that you have accomplished and achieved in your life. Because remember, through her solipsistic perspective, she believes her perspective, her life experiences is the only thing in the world that matters. What you have done is a fraction of all the things she's done for you, even the most minute and trivial of tasks.
She's looking for a return and getting it $200,000 a year indefinitely. That's a return. A lot of y'all are going to make investments in your life. You will never make an investment like that will generate $200,000 a year tax-free and has the ability to go up if he makes more money. I can't find his return.
And that's correct, you polite savages. Not one woman is going to rail against this $200,000 a year. Tax-free. What they're going to say is that she deserved it. She gave the best years of her life. And that she threw it all away for this man. And my question is, what does this man get for his time that he invested? For the shopping, for providing that soft life that you wanted, the house, the car, the nails, the bags, the status. He gets nothing. A matter of fact, ladies, you must think that your company is trash. You must think that being married is a trashy situation for a man because he needs to pay to get out of it. I mean, who ever heard of a $200,000 a year for the rest of your life ransom that you got to pay to be free? When they said freedom ain't free, they definitely meant it in this case.
If she gets married, then his alimony would stop. If he gets remarried, he still has to keep paying. So many women will refuse to be married. She will never get married again in her life. She will be in a 15-year relationship with a man, but will tell that man at the outset that she will never marry him because then her $200,000 a year tax-free will get cut off. And you know what he'll say? He'll be like, okay, bet. Bet. Let him take care of us, baby. That cruise that she took her new man on, you paid for that.
Now we know that's all a dirty game, but in her situation, she already has grown kids, I believe 23 and 27 years old, so Anthony Anderson did dodge a bullet there, where she will not be asking child support from Anthony Anderson. But what if this was just an average woman? For sure, that average woman is going to be asking for child support in addition to what she believed she invested into the relationship all that time. But is there more to the story with Anthony Anderson? Why, yes, there is. And shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson and the Celebrity Junk, and let them explain this situation.
Anthony Anderson has joined possibly the Passport Bros. Shout out to the Passport Bros Facebook group. Anthony in South Africa having dinner with actress Boity Tulo. Bruh done called home to tell his wife he ain't coming back home no more. They fail to realize beautiful black women are global. Now, this particular young lady is, number one, super thick. She's 33. I will tell you that sisters in South Africa, and when it comes to having a little bit more respect for a man, brothers got a lot of opportunity in SA. I'm just gonna tell you, a lot of black men get a lot of opportunity. It's something that's not inbred or ingrained in the culture. Whereas I've seen in a lot of African societies, it's a big part of the teaching. How to cook for a man, how to keep your house in order, how to take care of people in the family, how to behave in public.
And I've seen this story of polite savages again and again. Brothers get knocked down. They get devastated. Men get devastated from the divorce. I've talked to dudes who told me they just signed over $3 million in assets to somebody out of their 6. And after paying the legal fees and everything, they left with about 1.5. They worked their whole life to get that. They're 55 years old. And one thing that these men aren't going to do again is get married. You see, a lot of women, they really complain about the institution of marriage and saying that these men, they want wifey duties without the ring. I mean, that was the biggest thing that y'all jackals was talking about with Keke Palmer. Oh yeah, Keke Palmer's man. He wanted Keke Palmer to be a wife without giving her a ring, even though she laid down and had a whole baby with him. Well, this is why men aren't trying to slide that ring on the finger, because we see if somebody with unlimited resources who's gonna pay $240,000 a year, let me tell you something, a dude making $70,000 a year paying any amount of money is gonna be too tough on him. And especially when they may not be the ones who filed. Now, there are men who file for divorce. We understand that. But what I'm trying to get into your heads is that this attitude of draining the bank account, this attitude of glorifying the destruction of marriage, this attitude of women saying I can do bad all by myself, even though you are doing bad by yourself, even though you are failing by yourself, even though our society is failing without the unit, it just drives men away from trying. And Anthony Anderson, what did he do? He's not over here. He's not out on a date with a sister in America. He's over there in South Africa. I've seen men fly to Thailand and do it. I've seen men fly to the Philippines. I've seen men fly to Madagascar and do it. I've even seen men fly to Eastern Europe and do it after divorces. The number one indicator of a man and a reason why a man who's traveling and dating abroad is because they went through some scary stuff in their marriage. It is what it is.
Is it okay for a nigga to make a deal with it? Because a lot of these be making deals with
to just live or be taken care of or have the girl.
And that be the problem. You can't treat it with a lesser army in the world. The stronger army always leads the interaction. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes these make deals with women because they don't understand their strength. So what if it's somebody that's already made a deal with a chick, then they watch this show and they start realizing, oh, the nigga talking about, how do I become a better motherfucker? What do I do?
But do you know how many men die
miserable
with a on their side that don't even them?
Right.
Try to reverse that. You can't.
Men, don't go where you are tolerated. Go where you are appreciated. Shout out to the Passport Bros getting the movement to the mainstream. Men have been using the freedom papers before, traveling and dating abroad in the past, but the Passport Brothers are lighting the way for other men, in this case, modern men. Dealing from the lack of options, fit, nurturing nice women, underappreciation, lack of femininity and cooperation, and unrealistic standards and expectations from westernized modern women. The Passport Bro movement. This is the premier modern solution for modern men to increase their chances being with feminine, beautiful, inspirational women. Rest in power to the late great Godfather Kevin Samuels. This is putting women on notice that we have the world in our hands, literally, with our freedom papers. Shout out to El Guapo and the Beautiful Eyes team. The critics will chime in and say, "We're trying to take advantage of these poor women, blah, 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 blah," and all that nonsense, even though my mom was born in Vietnam, making me a first-generation American. But I've stated this since day one, and I'll repeat it again. Look at the holistic development of the individual. Of course, a man should self-develop and self-improve to earning more money, increase his status, and optimize his looks and health. By the way, the first way of doing so is click on the T-Hanley link below in the description section or the pinned comment in the comment section and get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. With our affiliate commissioned link, I personally like $33 subscription box, which helps you staying clean, looking fresh, and youthful. And thank you for supporting the THPP Network. Gaining more status, more money, better looks, and fitness will always improve your dating prospects wherever you go. Now just think about how much further your money goes in other countries that still value traditional gender roles.
If a man come home to you every night, he fuck with you. Because we got options out here. I'm talking about even the busters got options. If that nigga home every night, he fuck with you for real.
That's real.
Oh my God.
Especially if you got a man who out here and he got some things. Got some things meaning not rich, just a man who could take care of himself.
Right.
And he come back to you and the little 2 kids you kept. That motherfucker fuck with you for real.
If improving yourself and your finances will help you with the ladies here and other westernized countries, then imagine what it will do for you when you go to countries in Latin America, Southeast Asia, Africa, and even in places in Europe. But the critics keep missing the point about the Passport Bro movement. Now the Passport Guys Freedom Paper Holders movement. Traveling is a form of self-improvement. Getting your passport and traveling allows you to have new experiences, help you learn a new language, and learn a new culture. The extra benefit is having fun and interacting and dating beautiful women abroad that will appreciate you as a man. So to the critics out there, go kick rocks. If a man is developing himself and leveling up, or is already a fully self-actualized man, then why not expand his dating horizons and options to date not only here, but also date all around the world and potentially find a suitable, beautiful, loving wife and potentially a mother to his kids. Exercise your options, use your leverage for a better quality of life, men. This is how men equal the playing field and change this toxic modern dating culture and standards here. It begins and ends with you.
The congregation, Reverend Durong, will now step to the podium. Oh, we all sing. Oh, that 240,000. Some of y'all can't even count that high. $240,000 a year he's giving to his ex-wife. It's kind of like she gonna have it set for the rest of her life. And so what did that man do? He was knocked down, but he got back up. He said, oh, let me get back up. A matter of fact, I've been down 5 times. I'm gonna get on up 6. And what did he do? He went and got himself an airplane. He got himself a ticket. He got himself some reservations. He got himself some accommodations all the way down to South Africa. He went back to the dark continent. And then he went and had himself a dinner date with a young lady, an actress, somebody with that blue check in her verified name. And everybody's buzzing about it. It looks like Mr. Anderson, he's coming up just a little bit at a time. You see, the faith of a mustard seed, I'ma be all right. We gonna be all right.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks, and as always, ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? We're out.
We found true happiness